Hello there, what's going on everybody? This is the Mad Chatter. Welcome to another video game live stream. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, it's been a chill day, just had a lot going on, work, personal life and stuff like that, but no, it's all good, just cracking a cold one, and I really want to finish this game. Hold up. I see somebody in here. Oh, we got Spook You. What's going on, buddy? It's good to see you, man. What's poppin'? What's Gucci, man? Doing fantastic. Oh, it's great to hear. I'm very happy to hear that. Yeah, no, so today we're going to be continuing our gameplay live stream of The Letter. So, let's get this going over here. Yeah. So, basically, to recap the last game, we were playing as Hannah Wright, and oh, look at that, we got the Hero Ask You in the house. What's going on, guys? Oh yeah, just for all of you other listeners who may not even know, Ominous Audios, yo, my fam just pulling up. This is great, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna be continuing The Letter. So last time where we picked up, we were playing as Hannah Wright, and we're starting to realize that the mansion itself is starting to have an effect on her. And yeah, so now we're playing as Zachary, and he just realized, this is him coming in and realizing that his friend Isabella has been murdered. They don't know that it was that fucking crazy ghost lady that did it, but let's see what happens, man. Yo, we got 6 people up in this house. Hey, man, we got 3 very vocal, awesome people in the chat right now. The rest of y'all, don't be shy. We don't bite. We're chill people, man. Ominous Audio says Hana's turned straight yandere. Hell yeah, man. She was like fucking turned into. Yo, Alex Moo is in the house. What's going on, dude? Hopefully you've been having a good summer. Just chilling out. Yeah, you know what? Let's take a look at the gallery, because at chapter 3, let's see here. Yeah, we did. Oh, you know what? It was chapter 2, was it? Yeah. So there were some interesting things that happened, like when that fucking creepy ghost showed up. I like how you can replay all of these. Yeah, there's a lot of creepy ass, like this time too. This fucking, yeah, creepy ass ghost and shit. But what I don't understand is that those people moved into the house and they saw it so many times that there's some fucked up like paranormal shit happening, and they're like, nah, oh, it must have been a trick of the light. Like, that's the stupidest trope and ever in horror games and shit, or movies and everything. Oh, the Boggs is here. He says, hey, yes, Mad Chatter. Yo, what's going on, man? Alex Moose says, yeah, boy, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Very good game from what I've heard, man. I'll be honest, I played it at a friend's place, and nah, it's a beautiful looking game, man. But yeah, I've been taking my time with my games. I'm kind of playing 3 here and there. Like, I'm still playing Ghost, because I want to take my time with it, explore everything and stuff like that. But yeah. Yo, we got 7 people up in this place. You know what? I feel like, you know, we got enough people to get the show on the road. So, why don't we jump into it? But he's right. Damn it. He's right in that we're not the only 2 people going through this. So, he's got to comfort Elizabeth, I think. And right now, oh, is it Rebecca? Yeah, Rebecca has to bear losing a friend all on her own. Who should I be with? So I remember this. We had the option of following Ashton or comforting Rebecca. I think what we should do is follow, go and comfort Rebecca, because Ashton doesn't want us to follow him into the crime scene. So we're not supposed to be tampering with anything. So I'll make the first call. Let's go comfort Rebecca, see how she's doing, because of course she just lost her really close friend. So I think that'd be the best course of action. So, oh, let's see here. Oh, Alex Moo, before we continue, says, what do you think about all the DC stuff? You know what? I'm excited. I'm really excited about the Snyder Cut. It's gonna give a lot more time to properly introduce all the characters and their stories, because, man, they did Cyborg so dirty in the official or the initial release of the film, and the fact that HBO is gonna be releasing it into like I don't know, it was like a 4 or 6 part series. I'm very excited about that. The new Batman trailer, I'm very excited about, because Riddler, I've always, like, you know, Riddler is like a very underrated or underutilized DC villain. Because like what fucking Jim Carrey was pretty much just comedy relief and shit like that. But yeah, Batman looks good. Wonder Woman, I'm very excited about. Like seeing Cheetah and shit like that. Nah, it's super dope. I really like, you know, DC has kind of messed up a couple times, but I'm excited with what they're bringing to the table. So, but yeah, coming back into the game, I think we gotta go comfort Rebecca. Let's see how she's doing. Apologies can wait. At the moment, Rebecca needs someone by her side. When I find her again, the officers who took her statement are long gone. She has not moved an inch from the seat that the paramedics had offered her, and a distant look has taken over her face, the usual fierceness in her gaze missing, like a fire that flickered out of existence. There are no tears, just hollowness and sorrow. She offers me a weak smile when she sees me approach, but nothing else other than that. I try to say something, my mouth opening and closing in hesitation, finding words that will hopefully offer the least bit of comfort, if not sympathy. But all of them falls flat in the face of her own grief. The only thing I can give her is my company, to sit beside her and help her bear this with as much strength as I can lend. Around us, the crowd slowly begins to thin out, most having already lost interest in the commotion that entrails the discovery of a crime scene. A few do linger, just reporters finishing up for the news and waiting for some final words from the authorities. If this incident is not yet all over the news this morning, it will be soon.
If she were here, she'd probably be scared out of her wits by now.
The words choke in her throat, her mouth closing off at the last one, as if to stop a sob from escaping her. Ah, damn. That's rough, man. I don't need to ask her. I don't need to ask who her is.
She'll likely be out of here faster than you can say ghost to her. Probably rent a new apartment on the other side of the city as soon as possible. For good measure.
Oh, Alex Moose says, you gonna get Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad? I'm not too sure, man. Gotham Knights, possibly, because if what I've been hearing is that it might be a co-op game, I may be down for that. Would be cool. Maybe we'll play sometime.
She would. She never did like it here.
Did she say that?
No, not directly. Never directly.
Yeah, because y'all didn't listen to her about the ghosts and shit.
She'll complain about me being bossy or Ash being annoying, but she would never say a word about that. The rent here is cheap. She prefers it that way. It just means she'll be able to send more home. Personal comforts be damned. For her family.
Nah, it's just us Asians, man. We like to save money. That's our thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Always for her family.
Rebecca draws in a breath, long and shaky. Her voice falters for a brief second.
They always came first for her. She's, what, 26? She doesn't even know how to take care of herself. It's impossible not to worry, you know? And she's always like that, and...
Oh no. She clenches her eyes shut, and heaves in, her shoulders shaking with heavy, silent sobs. And as tears begin to slide down her cheeks, it hits me that I've never seen her cry like this before. Always the strong, reliable one. Ever the proud, fiery woman. Yet, she's none of those as I draw her in and wrap my arms around her shoulders. She's simply another who has lost someone.
I don't really know what to say. Never been good with this, but
Yeah, Zachary has lost his parents from what it seems like in the flashback or the
everything.
nightmare. So, I feel like he would be one who really understands what's going on, or would understand how she's feeling, you know? Minutes pass before the rest of her cries subside, and by the time the grief has temporarily eased, my shoulders are already damp with her tears. Oh, damn. She offers me an apologetic smile as she pulls away, which I return in kind. Yo, somebody just arrived. Lucid Lupus, what's going on, my brother from another mother? Good to see you here. Ominous Audio says, I never really liked Rebecca, but I got a feel for her. Yeah, you know, she's kind of like, I feel like she's like kind of likes to think she's the responsible mom of the group, but she's also very a very sensitive person, but doesn't like to show it, you know?
I didn't mean for you to see me like that. It's just that I was with her on the phone yesterday before this.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, thinking about that, like, the last words, like, realizing what the last words were to somebody, not knowing that they were going to be gone, like, and sometimes you wish that it would be, like, I love you, or you wanted to tell them, like, something really meaningful, kind of, but sometimes it's just be like, all right, talk to you later, and that's it, you know? And then you can never change that, you know? It's pretty rough, man.
We had a fight. If I had known that would be the last time. I don't know. Maybe I should have been more careful with my words.
Hey, it's okay. You don't have to say anything now. And it's not your fault.
Oh yeah, Alex Moo says, hey, did you beat that game with the animals? I can't remember. Yeah, it's the Lost Embers game. Yeah, it's just like a one-time playthrough. It's a really short game, but like I advise you finish checking out that stream. It's still up on my channel, and you can find out how the story ends.
Never your fault. Understood?
No, Zachary, I was just talking to her. She was alive, and I shouted at her. I should have at least heard her out, given her the chance. She was so worried about everyone that something might happen to us.
Suddenly, she trails off. The rest of what she's saying becomes lost in her tongue. Her eyes are wide when she looks back at me. One trembling hand cups over her mouth, and the other reaches out to grab my arm with strength I had not known she possessed until now.
Zach, she was warning me. She said we might be in danger. Remember Rose Cooper? Her co-worker on the news? You've heard it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, The Box. The Lost Ember is a really beautiful game.
She was saying something about her and the letter she got from that mansion.
Whoa, wait there, Rebecca. That's a huge jump in logic right there. And a little bit too much to take in at once, frankly.
Man, you're the black guy. You should have tied it all together, man. Paranormal shit and the fucking mansion. You should have, man.
I know that. If nothing happened, I wouldn't have given it much thought. But as it is, what if she was right all along?
That's
what if
right.
that letter she found really has something to do with this? The same thing was written in her room with her own blood and...
Exactly.
And nothing. I expected to hear a better argument from you, Rebecca.
Oh, Ashton's back. We look up to find Ashton marching towards us. His stride's quick and decisive. Yeah, this guy's a big skeptic. He doesn't believe in paranormal shit, if I remember correct. Yeah, that's his thing. He believes in logic and facts. Well, he's an investigator, so yeah. The expression of his face, however, there are really no words for it. He looks pissed as hell. And if he was the kind of person, I'd wager good money that the next one who annoys him will end up injured in some capacity.
And before you ask, the stupid letter's with forensics now, along with the other evidence. Don't waste your time looking for it. The whole case is a train wreck as it is.
What would you have me do then? We don't know who did this. Whoever or whatever murdered our friend is still out there.
The box says, "You're doing really well with these character voices. You're sounding just like the female Brit." Oh shit, now I'm alright. My British voice is like most terrible British voice you've ever heard.
You think I don't know that? I'll get him, I promise.
The hero Hero Askew says, "Now that's a lot of damage." Oh shit. Okay.
I'll get him, put him behind bars,
That's
and
right.
make him pay. But please don't go around playing cop. We aren't playing a children's game.
I have no intention to. Don't you think we also want the same thing as badly as you do?
His mouth opens, poised to say something, but wavers in the end. He averts his eyes. Maybe it's just me, but for a fleeting second, something close to regret flickers in them.
You don't know the half of it.
What on earth do you mean by...
All right, guys. That's enough. Proper time and place, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
We ain't getting anywhere like this.
Sorry, you two. I think I need some air. I'll step out for a while.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
Just forget I mentioned anything, Zachary. It's probably the exhaustion talking.
She's already walking away before the two of us can react. Although, with how our previous exchange went down, I highly doubt chasing after her will do us both good. An awkward second stretches out between Ash and I, until I remember that the photographs are still with me. Oh, Alex Moose says NHL 21 trailer announced tomorrow. Oh snap. Yeah, NHL, man. I haven't played like the NHL games in a while, but who knows? Maybe I'll hop on next gen. We'll see. Yeah, it's just my Canadian brother and I talking about sports and shit. They continue to weigh more than they actually do in my hands. I try not to look at them. Yeah, I try not to look at them again when I hand it back to him. Once is enough.
You left this with me back there.
Recognition slips across his features before he walks over and takes them off my hands without so much as a thanks. Neither of us speak while he clips all of it back into his file. What else is there to talk about? A jest will be too inappropriate given the gravity of the situation. An apology right now, despite my intent when I sought him out, will be too early, too easy, and too hasty. Not with our minds still reeling from the news. Not with all of us still finding ways to cope with our own grief. And this is how he does it? With feigned indifference and an air of aloof detachment? I can't fault him for that.
What's next after this, Ash?
Yeah, what is next, bro?
Can't say. But make sure you stay far away from the rights. We've got enough problems as it is. I don't need another one adding more to it.
Ooh. Wait, brakes, Ash, brakes. What about those things on the wall? Maybe she's right. Maybe it has something
There you
to
go.
do with what she's been telling us all this time.
Yeah, you can't ignore that shit, man. It's legit, man. How, like, they all have seen some weird shit. The box says, maybe it's just me, but the Asian character's voice sounds a bit anime-esque. Racial stereotyping, are we now? Yeah, kind of, actually. But hey, look at the way he's dressed. This guy wakes up in the morning thinking, yeah, I'm the protagonist. I'm important. I'm the main character of this story. When really, there is no main character in this story. Maybe the ghost, but actually not. But everybody kind of shares the spotlight here, and that's why I like this game. We get to play as everybody, right? We get a different perspective. They all have different outlooks on things and the way they perceive the world, and yeah, and the way the stories kind of intertwining all together and shit. Yeah.
You saw the contents of the paper. What if it's...
Don't go thinking that the stupid letter is related or even a clue. This has more to it than some curse, damn it. I should have paid more attention. If I knew this would lead to this, I would have...
Yo, Insidious Nebula, thanks for making it, man.
I have to go. I'll leave Rebecca to you.
Yeah, we're just playing a visual novel game. It's a horror-esque paranormal story, and one of the main characters is just died, and they're kind of like, her friends are kind of figuring out what's gonna happen next, I guess. Oh shit, I just skipped it. Ash can handle himself. He's proven that from time to time, or time and time again. But the way he carries himself at the moment, this frustration, perhaps even anger, now seeping into his every word. Years ago, early in our acquaintance, he said keeping a cool head is a priority in his line of work. Letting things get too personal should be the last thing that should happen in any case he's handling. I believed him then. Now, with everything as they are, I hope he'd remember those words for himself. Yeah, he is kind of acting irrational. Not irrational, but short-tempered and shit. Alright, we back at home then. And there's that BBC, that big black camera. Although it's small and begs for a little cleaning and repair, it is, at the end of the day, the closest I have to a respite. Sure, my sister would have a thing or two to say about the mess every time she visits, but it's still home to me. Bruh, look at this. This is clean as shit, man. I don't know what this guy's saying. It's a pretty decent looking home. I'm just saying. Like, yeah. A mild draft sweeps into the room as I close the door behind me, slightly disturbing the papers on the nearby fridge. Most of them schedules, lists, and tasks for the next few days. Something to keep me busy while I sort things out. Sort myself out. And now, with what happened to Isabella, something to temporarily take my mind off things. A lone note flutters by my feet, the letters on the surface glaring at me with mute intensity. Ermengarde Mansion, Hannah Wright, 11 a.m. After Ashton's warnings, they all hold a different meaning now. Ooh. Insidious Nebula says, "Ooh, another vibes. Not sure if you've seen that one, but not sure if you've seen that one. Not sure. I don't think I have. Enlighten me, my friend." The next 2 days rush by in a blur, altogether leaving a collective mess of work suddenly piling up, and new unexpected acquaintances or friends. Depends on how you look at it, really. Either way, I'm stuck developing these photos at 3 in the morning to reach a deadline set by an overager art director. Don't get me wrong, Julius is good. He has vision, and he knows what he wants. But damn, he can be a bit too enthusiastic sometimes.
Doesn't matter when you couldn't sleep anyway.
There's nothing new in it, of course. After years of working as a freelance photographer, it's simply something I've gotten used to. Get to know people, build a client base, do good work, and cash in some late hours if need be. Rinse and repeat. Certainly takes a while to get some footing on the field, but it's the kind of thing that pays off in the long run, as long as you keep at it. Given enough time, you might end up with big names on your client list. Names like the Wrights, in particular. I never did pay much attention to them, but it's virtually impossible not to hear about them when a local news channel or paper has something to say on their name. A party here, an acquisition there. Sometimes it's a new business venture. Other times, it's the everyday gossip that typically follows popular people like them. Not in a million years did I imagine I would end up working for such a high-profile couple. And between that and the fuss that comes with, it leaves me no time to ponder over whatever happened to Isabella, or why Ash is so adamant that we keep away from the pair.
They do seem like the good folk, though, despite the whole fame thing.
Yo, I like Zach. He's a good guy. He's a good person, man. He always sees the good in people. Sure, there was a rumor running around years ago about him being involved in some business scandal, but just like every gossip blown out of proportion by the media, nothing came of it, and eventually, it simply died down. Yo, we got 8 people up in this place. Hold up. Yo, thanks everybody for sticking around, man. I'm glad you all could stick around and enjoy this chill afternoon with me. Thankfully, it's not too hot today, so I can keep my window closed because there's some people doing housework outside, so you might hear it. I got my fan going on, but it's alright, it's tolerable. Alright, if we'll continue. Much is definitely left to be said for the husband, but I doubt a woman like Miss Wright would pick him if he doesn't have any good points at all. Mrs. Wright, Hannah herself, though. She ain't particularly bad the way the press makes her out to be. But like, she was, okay, alright. See, again, this Zach guy, he's a chill dude, man. And that's a nice picture. Nice profile shot. Real nice. Nice. A bit too forward for a married woman, maybe, but not as bad as what's on the tabloids. Hey, Lady Spookaria is in the house. What's going on, girl? Good to see you. You just chilling out, enjoying a visual novel? You came at the right moment. Now if we continue. Not that I ever read those. Ashton would give me flack for just staring at one. Rubbish, he called them once. Rubbish. It's fucking rubbish. I think he's just pissed because they often pull the local police in a bad light. Although, with a life as public as the Wrights, no wonder it's the woman who often gets the crappy end of the stick. I can't help but feel sorry for her. She's a real nice person when given the chance. Heck, she might have even ended up friends with Rebecca and Isabella too, if they weren't living worlds apart. Yo, Insidious Nebula replies, just got a chance to reply. If you like anime, I think you dig Another. It's a paranormal one about a class that's cursed. Lots of death and mystery. Bit of gore, but not a bad plot at all. Yo, actually, I may have heard of it. Yeah, I'm an avid watcher of anime. You know, because, of course, I'm playing a visual novel. Yo, I don't watch anime, but I play visual novels. I'm just kidding now. But nah, okay. I'll definitely check it out. I'll look into it, my dude. Probably. The beep quickly pulls me back before my thoughts travel any further. In one practiced motion, I carefully place the wet print I'm holding on a drying rack and amble over my makeshift darkroom to get the last photos from the water bath. Oh shit. I've actually developed photos like that. It's a very interesting process. You gotta make sure you get your exposure right though. Inside the converted broom closet, the film processor lets out another soft clack before going on its standby mode. At its mouth, a lone photograph sits on the tray, barely visible with a lack of light. It's the last one tonight for the set of Mrs. Wright. It's the last one tonight for the set Mrs. Wright requested. I don't usually make this a habit, giving away stuff. That is, oh, he was giving away what? Okay. Oh, he was just developing photos just for her. I see. It's bad for business, no matter how well intentioned or generous you are. This exception, however, yeah, he did it because, you know, she's fucking nice. She was nice enough to ask, after all, and was a good companion up until the awkward turn our light chit-chat has taken. Yeah, we were super aggressive when we decided to start flirting with him. Even if she didn't ask, I would have probably just given her a few prints just for the hell of it. Mrs. Wright ain't such a bad subject matter to begin with. Or Miss Wright, sorry. And maybe this is just me, but for someone who has everything in the palm of her hands, all the money in the world, a loving husband, and a and a plenty big mansion to call home, she's lonely. Yeah, bro, I felt that shit too. She's lonely, man. She got abandonment issues, even from her own husband, man. Yo, the Baron is in the house. What's going on, dude? Good to see you here. What's up? Insidious says, I got some anime tattoos, embarrassingly enough. Dude, I was thinking of getting like a Ahegao tattoo somewhere, but like where no one could see it. Who knows? I might do that. I might do that. Not for my first tattoo though. She doesn't just appear like it. It shows in the tone of her voice, as she moves, most certainly in her smiles. Always hidden behind the glamour for the world to never see. Sometimes for people like her, small things like these helps. A little reminder that the world can be kind too. He's such a good guy, man. Water drips from the paper as I blindly pick it up and gently lay it on another tray, holding a decent amount of photo flow. A few seconds under the solution is all it needs before it's ready for drying. No good rushing this last one, even if my body's already screaming for some decent snooze. My hand fumbles for the light switch, moving towards it with familiarity, while I fish for a squeegee among the mess of tools on a drawer with the other. The bulb flickers twice before its glow settles and casts a soft light in the tiny space. When I glance back down, squeegee in hand, ready to finish the process and finally call it a night.
What on earth?
Yo, I think he caught a picture. Yo! Her head is gone. Shit, that's kind of creepy. Because the ghost was behind her, right? So, blurred and distorted beyond recognition, rather. The area completely smudged over, leaving no trace of the same sweet smile the good woman carried in all of the previous prints.
Damn, that was too careless.
A common mistake to make, of course, if one is negligent enough to pick a newly processed photo in the dark, like I apparently did. No, dude, it's not. It's the fucking ghost. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know that shit. Don't keep lying to yourself, bro. Ominous audio says, get in on the bottom of your foot. No one will ever see it. Now that's a lot of damage. Sorry, yeah, but it's just, these are my mates. We were just inside jokes and all, but yeah. But you know if you know who the flex tape guy is. Now if we continue. It has happened before. Loads of times, actually. But I still can't help but feel a small pang of frustration over one mistake a newbie would likely make. With a sigh, I reach up for the switch again, intending to develop a new one from scratch.
It could pass off for one of those supernatural pictures they show on TV, though.
Bruh, come on, man. A memory clicks. One cursory thought in the sea of many, and a short yet distinct second from the day before. A glimpse is all I got, but it's enough to burn the image in my mind. There was a shadow. No. A woman. Bruh. In her 20s or early 30s, maybe. But with how far gone her flesh has, but with how far gone her flesh alone has become, it's not impossible to tell at first glance. The skin itself has already taken a sickly pale color, rotten in most parts, blood dripping from every open gash and lesion on her body. Bony hands grip Mrs. Wright's neck like a noose, staining the skin underneath with a vibrant shade of scarlet. Nothing but malice fills a gleam in her eyes.
Zachary?
Not for me, but for Miss Wright.
Zach? Is something the matter?
Oh no, there's nothing wrong. I just remembered something I saw.
The Baron says, you can see her think me. Yeah, you see her brain all up in there and shit.
Let's get back to the pictures. Can you move a bit more to the left, yeah?
The memory alone is enough to make me retch. I brushed it off then. A trick of the eye, I told myself, or a product of the heat. The weather has been unexpectedly warm recently, so it shouldn't be too surprising for such things to happen. And well, blaming this on the usual fatigue, an overworked brain, the weather, or an amateur error on my part is far more convenient. It makes a whole lot of sense than when the small voice inside my head whispers. The same tiny voice that only makes itself known when something's afoul. The same one that lent a curious ear to Isabella's worries about the mansion. Yeah, man, that's my nigga senses. No, shit, I'm just kidding. That's my hood senses, bro. Damn. That's it. You just get that. You get that. You know. That's not. I'm just kidding. It's just like that instinct that you have. You know, when something's off. Everybody got it. That's why you gotta really listen to your body. When your body feels that something is wrong, listen to that intuition. Because chances are something is kind of off, and you just gotta be more careful and wary. And with each second I spend staring at this photograph, the murmurs in my head only grow louder against my ears. Someone has to know. Gotta save that shit. Yeah. Alright, okay. Guys, what do you think? We got a decision to make here. The box says, less like meat and more like overly soaked spaghetti noodles swathed in yellow or in jello. Shit. Yeah, so guys, we got a decision to make. That photo. Do we show it to Ash or do we show it to Hana? Because, like, I don't know, Hana's probably already far gone at this point. Like, or do we show it to Ash? Ashton would probably just be like, oh, it's like fucking just like some sort of, you know, trick of the camera or something like that, or an error, but I don't know. Yeah, he wouldn't believe in it anyways. What do you guys think? Let's decide. Let's say Hana. It seems like everybody's saying Hana. Okay, let's see here. She gonna kill us. Let's see. I got 2 people, I think, saying Hana. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Let's go out. Let's go Hana. Yeah. Let's show it to her. Yo. Okay, guys. Hold up. Should we show the photo to Ash? Cause like Hana's kind of weird already, man. Bruh, do everything. Okay, so let's weigh out our options. Because I feel like Ash has a feeling that maybe there is something that's beyond his understanding that's happening. But like if we show the photo to Hana, I don't think it's gonna change anything because she's already starting to lose her mind in the mansion. Know what I'm saying? Make it weirder. You know what? Let's do it and let's just show it to Ash because that would be, you know what? Because maybe if we can convince him more that some more paranormal shit is happening, it might be better off. So I'm going to do that. And I rejected Ash in the last decision, so let's do that. Ash will give me flack for this. He will. I can already hear what he's going to say about this the moment I bring it up. Hell, before he even sees anything, I'll wager. The guy is a skeptic through and through, and it'll take more than my account for him to even consider this. But when you've been there, seen something enough to raise the hairs at the back of your neck and leave you wanting to flee or hide, what he thinks is the least of my concerns. I'm no hero. That's the best. That's a title best reserved for someone else. Still, if this will help him change his mind, it's worth a try. Exactly. Let's try it. Let's do it. It won't bring Isabella back. It's far too late for that. But she certainly won't wish for anything to happen to us either. Outside, the sun is yet to rise. I've still got a few hours before dawn. Good enough time to mull over how I'll go about this with him. Plenty of space to check if I'll get the same result if I redo the process again. Oh, he's gonna try and redo the photo. Cool. The film processor hums back to life at my touch. The light switch gives out a soft click and darkness embraces the small closet again.
Somehow those urban legends don't sound so silly now.
That's right, man. Sometimes, I wish Ash would make himself easier to find. 24 messages, 13 phone calls, and 1 visit to his flat later. I still have no idea which rock in Luxburn he went off to hide under again. The guy has his own place, but refuses to stay in it. Has his own phone, but doesn't answer any of his calls or give any indication he's gotten my messages. Most of the time, he'll just show up on my front door. Sometimes in the middle of the night, complaining how uncomfortable it is to sleep at the back of his car. As if the old couch on my flat is any better. Nothing new from him, though. It's a bit frustrating, really. There's the police precinct, of course. Then again, he's not there most of the time, either. And if that's also true for today, he's likely out on another stakeout. There's nothing much to do for me but to wait if that's the case.
Let's just hope I'm lucky enough today.
While Luxburn is a relatively peaceful city, boasting a low crime rate, its precinct stays abuzz with activity. Yeah, man, them cops, man, they gotta make them quotes, man. I'm just saying. I'm playing. As soon as I open the glass front doors, murmurs coming from the people waiting in the lobby welcome me. Officers can occasionally be seen shuffling in and out of the rooms, greeting civilians with a casual smile and a polite nod. Some, though, look a little worse for wear, like their receptionist, who looked at me with much disdain the moment I arrived. Thankfully, I won't have to deal with them today. Before I can even step in, Ashton's voice, though low, comes from the hallway adjacent to the lobby.
Not even for just 1 minute?
No. The case was dismissed, remember?
You were the one handling that case.
Baron. Oh. Insidious Nebula says, alright, my dudes, gotta go edit and such. Peace out and much love to you all. See ya, MC. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you, man. I'm glad you could stop by. Yeah, good luck with the editing, man.
If you want access to those records, you've got to ask Chief. I was taken off it before shit went to hell. Why do you even bother? Even Professor Clark seems to have given up on that.
Well, never mind, you won't understand.
Right. I know you owe Professor Clark a lot, but the right guy isn't just someone you mess with.
Huh.
They've got the money. Who knows what else gets swept under the rug with them involved?
Yo, so her husband is probably into some shady shit.
That takes a special kind of ignorant not to know.
And a smart person to know which boundaries he can't cross. You're a bright guy, you'll figure it out.
Yo, we got a new friendly in the chat. Oh. Yeah. Nice. Friendly Freak says hi to everybody. Say hello to Friendly Freak, everybody. The one with the fucking rainbow avatar. Welcome. We're just chilling out, playing a game. Glad you could be here, though, to enjoy our afternoon with the rest of the gang. We got some on Mad City. We got my peeps. We got some of my subs. Some good people here, man. We just chilling out.
In any case, I've got to get going. Another missing person case on my hand. Benjamin on the front desk looks like he's about to maul someone after the fourth one yesterday.
Mauling?
Murders, people missing. What a time to be alive. Man, I miss the old Luxburn.
So, some mysterious things are happening in the town itself.
You and me both. I'll see ya. Gonna go grab some lunch.
He notices me as soon as he enters the lobby and pauses. Confusion briefly crosses his face until I fish out the phone from my pocket and wave it up. Both his hands have formed into fists both his hands have formed into fists at his sides, which he promptly hides into his pockets as soon as he notices I'm staring. I'm wrong to think this one will be as easy as the other times, coming out here and just talking. But with the words stuck in my throat, that plan has been quickly thrown out the window. We don't talk in the first place. We rarely ever do. When misunderstandings like this happen, the next day, we're back to the way we were, like nothing occurred at all. None of those fights ever involved fists and bruised jaws, though, nor a dead friend. An excuse is already forming in my head when he moves, stopping my thoughts with a little tap on my shoulder, and walks past me straight to the door. He gestures with his head towards their very irked receptionist when I raise an eyebrow in question.
Over lunch. I haven't eaten anything since last night, and Benjamin there doesn't really like loiterers around here.
Wordlessly, I follow after him, but not after sending the poor guy behind the table an apologetic smile. Hopefully, things haven't completely fallen apart yet. Are we back at this cafe? I like this cafe. This is where Isabella took her friends to treat them for lunch after she sold the house. But damn. Even with that, lunch is still every bit as awkward as I imagined it would be. As expected, he takes a seat in the farthest corner of the cafe, a good way from the window, but easily allows a view of who comes and goes. Secluded enough not only to be disturbed by the lunch hour rush or be overheard by a curious bystander. If I didn't know this is lunch he invited me to, I would automatically assume I got dragged into another stakeout. After years of knowing him, though, this has simply become one of the many habits he has I've gotten used to. 5 minutes in, though, I find myself wishing someone will interrupt us just for the sake of interrupting. We've got no use for privacy when either of us seem too keen on talking. The arrival of the food, however, seems to abate this, and pretty soon, small bits of conversation would slip in. Yo, 1 second. I'm just gonna adjust the audio for me real quick. But the food here, man. The food in this game looks so beautiful. Look at that shit. Is that like a quiche or something like that? Or what we got? Yeah, it looks like quiche. Fucking yo, y'all seen this? The cappuccino or latte has Ashton, like looks like a picture of Ashton on there. That's hilarious. We got like some strawberry shortcake or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. A chuckle here, or a little nod there. Not quite enough to break the tension, or be taken as an apology, but cordial to the point. Swallowing our meals becomes easier. But someone has to open that can of worms eventually, no matter how unpleasant it is. What should I say? Yo, what should I say? Sorry for hitting you the other day? I feel like that might be a better thing to do. Yeah, Hero, I knew you would appreciate that food, man. Yeah, for all of you guys who don't know, the Hero Ask You is a really cool friend of mine. He's a good narrator, and he cooks some bomb-ass food. So if you don't, either you follow him or on Twitter, or but the real shit is on Instagram, man. Like the food that guy like pumps out, fucking umami shit. But yeah, I feel like it's a Zach thing to do, to just apologize. So I think we're gonna take that approach. Above all, he was not the one who threw the first punch that day.
Ash, the other day,
the Hero Ask You was like, "Oh, I'm alright." I'm alright. Nah, you're good, man. You're good. Words falter from my mouth when he pauses eating, his fork halfway to his mouth. It clinks. It clinks a moment later against his plate when he settles it down and leans back on his arms. Leans back on his seat, arms crossed and all ears. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. My mind's all over the place today. A second or two passes before I find my voice again.
you deserve an apology for the other day. Sorry for hitting you. Didn't mean to do it. I was overwhelmed. It wasn't very good news to wake up to.
Let's see what the relationship was like. Yo, so our relationship with Rebecca went up and Ashton, so that's good. We've been making the right choices today. We smart. We know what's up. Yo, and I didn't realize this. The Isabella relationship scale was like almost through the roof. So he had some hard feelings for this girl. Yo. He does not answer. Rather, he picks his abandoned utensil up and resumes eating.
Hey, are you still...
My jaw was smarting the whole day after that, you ass.
Ah, sorry about that too.
There doesn't appear to be any kind of swelling or bruising though. A small relief, because the last time this happened, which also notably occurred mere scant minutes after we met, the purple hue stayed for weeks. Oh, so he gave him a purple eye the first time you met him. Nice. Wrongfully accused for being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Yo, did it happen? I'm wondering, did Ash racially profile him and cause an altercation? Who knows? We'll see. But it all worked out. In the end, that very same guy I punched was the very one who helped clear my name. Yo, that's cool. That's cool.
I was at fault too. I should have phrased it better. Should have handled it better. Sorry.
Nice. There's no exchange after that. And for the better part of the lunch, we keep to our respective meals. Honestly, that's what it's like with bros. You go out and grab lunch, you talk a little bit, but like when the food's there, you eat. You know what I'm saying? I suppose it's better this way. Less reason for things to become awkward. This is as close as we could get to rebuild that bridge, after all. However, this ain't the hardest
How's
part.
it going?
How's what going?
You know what I'm talking about.
He rakes a hand through his hair and lets out a huff. If he can, if the place ain't as crammed full of people or as loud as it currently is, I don't doubt he'll be pacing the length of the room. Anything to take the edge off. Anything to get his brain running.
Nothing from forensics yet. They're having a hard time. You saw the state the body was in. Doesn't even look like it was done by a human.
Yo, 1 second. I'm gonna bring the background music just down a little bit.
Maybe it's not human.
Yo.
What, are you suggesting some wild dog broke into the victim's apartment and did that to her? The place was clean. This had to be done by someone who's been doing this for years.
The box says a lover's quarrel. Yeah, let's see, relationship status. I mean, we ain't that far, and I'm just,
You know I would never imply something like that.
Well, what are you implying then?
That maybe these might be connected.
Yo, the expression on his face grows more puzzled with each photo I spread on the table. There's about 8 of them. All of it, reprints of the same thing. Miss Wright's distorted head in the photos. Yo, that sounded creepy, actually. He takes a minute to go through each, eyeing the prints warily. The furrow on his brow doesn't ease even as he gathers all of it into one pile and sets them all into one neat stack in front of me with a heavy sigh.
Hannah Wright?
Ominous audio says, I ship it.
Yeah. How did you...
The locket. She never takes it off. Evan's family heirloom.
I won't even think about asking why or how he knows that. If he's investigating them, he'll likely have dug up every unimaginable dirt on them, including family history.
You never mentioned you got work from them.
Yesterday, yeah. It's just a small feature for a magazine. Interviews, photos, standard stuff, nothing big. But see, here's the thing. I don't know how else to put this out there without sounding crazy, but there really is something odd with that place.
Yeah, man. Finally. About time. Yeah, let him know, man.
Remember the letter?
Yeah. He drags in a breath, reaches up his nose and pinches it. Like the action alone will help grant him all the patience in the world to continue this conversation.
Please tell me this isn't about that again.
Come on, Ash.
No, Ash, you've got to listen this time.
Yeah, come on, be a good friend and listen to him.
I am listening, and I can't believe that just came out of your mouth. These are some blurred out photos, and that letter is just a stupid prank. I expected this from Isabella, not you.
Come on, you gotta honor Isabella, man.
You're the photographer here. I don't see any need to get worked up over this.
I know what you mean, but will you hear me out first?
Ash leans back on his seat and doesn't say anything further. He gestures for me to continue with a wave of his hand, impatience clearly on his face. Any other person telling him this, and he'll walk out without batting an eye. I suppose the only reason he's giving me the benefit of the doubt is because we know each other.
Ash, I don't easily buy into these things as much as you do. Yesterday, though, behind Hana.
He blinks at that, his eyebrows lifting momentarily before settling into a deep frown.
Hana? Since when were you on a first-name basis with the right missus?
Come on, dude.
Why does that even matter?
I thought you said this was just a gig.
His voice stays level, but the accusation in it is as clear as day. It hits a nerve in me, somehow. More than that tone usually does. Come on, dude, exactly. Now, how could you be like that with your friend? I do get where he's coming from, but okay, I'm a fucking save real quick. What do you think, guys? What do you think? That's not the point here, or it's really just a gig? What do you think, guys? Cause like I feel like Ash is just like waiting to like hear. He's only listening to us because we've been to the right mansion, and he's only listening because he's investigating them. But we want to actually like tell him about. Yeah, exactly. Ominous. Both sound good to me for sure, but like, it's really just a gig, and like she was like, she was kind of flirting with him, and he was not having it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really just a gig, or that's not the point here. What do you think, guys? The box. It's not the point. Yeah, exactly. Let's just go, that's not the point here. You know what? Actually. Because if I said that's not the point here, it'd be like I'm dodging the question, and it'd be like, are you hooking up with Miss Wright? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's really just a gig. I'm leaning with more. It's just a gig. So let's go. Let's go. Patience can be a tough thing to summon at times. But we didn't get this far as friends if we let our own tempers be the lord of us.
Bro, it's really just another freelance work.
He eyes me skeptically, the same stare he reserves for people he interrogates. I've been on the receiving end of it before, early in our friendship. Years later, he's already got the unimpressed police look down pat.
And there's nothing going on with me and Miss Hana. She was just being friendly. Insisted I call her by her first name. That's all. Believe me, it got awkward fast after that.
Let's see the relationship. Alright, we got boosted up. Alright, cool. We making moves. Yo, but like 1 second. You see how big that camera is? Look at that fucking lens. I have never I had like a 70 to 200 millimeter lens, and yeah, those things are fucking heavy, man.
I wasn't implying any of that. You're not that sort of guy.
I know, but let's just get that out of the way. The just-in-case elephant in the room scenario, aight?
Alright, yeah, there you go. There he is, alright.
She's a married woman, Jesus.
Not with the image she presents in public.
No, but trust me, she ain't any of the things the tabloid writes about her.
Like I read any of those.
I know you don't, but keep it in mind, will you?
Yeah, man. See, Zachary's a good man.
Will do. Though I can't promise she'll get off scot-free if she's involved. Man, with how you're acting, it feels like I'm doing a solid for your girlfriend.
Cut that out, will you? And I'm not asking you to.
Hana Wright wants that BBC.
Besides, what's currently going on here is more important.
Baron says, that's a semi-automatic lens for sure. Civilians don't need cameras like that. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, because like, man, people say like autofocus and shit like that, but man, if you shoot manual, and you know, man, manual focus is the shit. And, no, 1 second here. Yeah, I did photography for a bit, and it was a lot of fun, man. But yeah.
All right, lay it in.
Let's get to the point. Come on, tell him about. Let's see. Recounting everything takes the better half of our lunch, but he manages to listen through the entire thing without a snide comment. There we go. A feat in itself, actually. At the end of it, Ash merely nods, takes out his phone, and excuses himself. Off to a far corner of the cafe for some privacy, if you can even afford to have such in a place as public as this. He returns in a little while and hands out a small card. Interesting.
I can't stop you if you're willing to believe in this crap. Give this guy a call. You're better off talking to him than me.
Bruh.
He's at the public library now if you want to catch him there. He used to be my professor back in the university.
Oh, no, I don't think that's...
Go on, I already gave him a heads up. You know I can't help you out, man.
He gives my arm a tap and walks off, mumbling about checking back how things are at the precinct. I don't see his face when he leaves, but I know this is his own little way of helping out, despite what he doesn't voice out. Alright, I'm gonna grab me another can of noise, baby. Ah, noise. Nothing more satisfying than cracking open cracking open a can of a nice cold one. Of all places, it never crossed my mind I'll end up wandering into a public library today. Considering I rarely ever visited. This is a nice library. That's tight. Yo, the person who fucking like cleans this library, they know what's up. Somehow, there's always been this kind of disconnect between me and books in general. Sure, some of them held my attention in my youth. During the brief times of the day, I was left to my own with nothing to do. I went through the whole of Grant's collection, as a matter of fact. Read all of them, twice, or thrice even. But they never did hold it for long. Most of it never even sticked. Especially after I learned it's simply easier to do things myself than if I want to learn stuff. Easier to do things if I want to learn stuff. Actually, I'm very much like that. I'm a visual learner, kind of like you show me how it's done and I'll do it. You know, yeah, that's just how I learn, man. This ain't in the plan in the first place. But after Ashton went through the trouble to contact the professor, I just can't ignore it. Nothing but quiet greets me inside, though. Not the typical mum one would associate with a library, but one akin to a hush prior to an impending trouble. Or perhaps I'm just overthinking again. The box says, I get the feeling Ash is just being stern skeptic to keep a solid cop image. Yeah. Why would he have taken a course from a professor working in such stuff? Yeah, man. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. The plot thickens. I really like to think I'm just thinking too much about this. That this isn't just that this is just a lack of sleep talking. Okay. Regardless, apart from a group of students murmuring in a corner somewhere, the place is free of its usual visitors. All the while, my footsteps echo into a manner unsettling enough to raise the hairs at the back of my neck. Much to my relief, it does not take me long to find him being the only occupant in the side of the room. Professor Andrew Clark. Oh yeah, you know, I directed all the Star Wars films, and yeah, I think The Last Jedi is a piece of crap. No, I'm just kidding. No, it looks nothing like George Lucas, but it's like Colonel Sanders and George Lucas had a baby. No, I'm just kidding. Professor Andrew Clark. I've never personally met the man, but Ash has spoken highly of him several times. In fact, he's Ash's go-to guy when something's troubling him with a case. My steps are unsure as I approach. At any rate, he greets me with a warm smile, like a grandson he hasn't seen in a long time.
Ashton's friend, I take it. Zachary. You'll have to forgive this old man if I don't get your name right.
Oh, no.
Oh, what? Hold up. I actually accidentally skipped some of that stuff. By accident. Let's see here. Ashton's friends, I take it. Zachary? You'll have to forgive this old man if I don't get your name right. Oh, no, you got it right. It's Zachary Steele, Professor Clark. He gestures at the empty seat across the table while he returns to his books. The next couple of minutes pass in relative silence as he continues to read and take notes from the pile he's accumulated on the table. That's why I like visual novels. If you accidentally skip something, it's there. So that's handy. The box says, "No, Luke, I'm your 10-piece bucket." Yo, the box. That's fucking hilarious. Alright, we'll continue. Maybe I should have taken a book first before heading here. But before I can get far into that area, the professor clicks a book shut and sets it atop the stack next to him.
Ashton told me you were hoping to get answers from me. Although I'm not quite sure what I could share, I'll do my best to help.
Alright, so this professor is not an English dude, so he's not from Luxburn. Interesting. Of course, there are a lot of things I want to ask. How do we get out of this mess in the first... How do we get out of this mess is the first among tens. Hundreds of concerns in my head. But in the presence of someone I barely know, the thoughts won't easily form. He's nothing but patient, however, and with enough time to mull over, a question finally forms.
Do you believe in the paranormal, Professor?
It's supernatural, actually. Don't worry. It's a common mistake to make, but they really are two different things. The other one deals with what we can't explain at the moment, while the other are things we may not have an explanation to.
Interesting.
Here.
He places a couple of papers in front of me. The very same one he was writing on earlier. A study of Luxburn's supernatural culture in a nutshell.
A friend of mine wrote that a few years ago. He took interest in the city after reading about the stories. I have to agree with him here. Even stories dealing with things you don't see with the naked eye can be rife with culture, and this city thrives on it. Just ask the locals.
Like ghosts, for example.
Among other things. The interpretation has changed over the years, though. Various religions, for example, have their own version. It might not always be a spirit now.
It's funny that they mention that because like a lot of cultures like all over the world have different like urban legends or like different paranormal entities, and they all sometimes there's a lot of commonalities between it all, and it really makes you wonder if like that stuff is just superstitious bullshit or not, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
It could be a memory or an imprint, an echo, so to speak. Some are born from curses even, out of great anger, hatred, or pain. There was this one story. Here it is.
Another book is pulled out from the stack and placed open atop the papers, while he speaks with such a passion that it makes me wonder if some part of him believes these to be true. It is interesting though, even if I'm personally not a fan of such stories. And soon, hours pass without my notice.
In the end, it asked for something to be sacrificed in order to destroy whatever anchors the wraith. A sad tale, that one, but the simplest grudge can bring the ugliest, even in the kindest person, with some people none the wiser. Oh, I'm sorry. I just went on.
Nah, it's good. Are you familiar with the Ermengarde mansion, though?
Yeah, let's get to the meat of it.
Of course. That goes without saying. Who hasn't heard of the local legend?
Ominous Audio says, I was thinking of doing something about common lore between cultures. Do it, man. Honestly, I would love that shit. And like, I can give you some resources about like some Southeast Asian like urban legends and stuff like that. It's like my mom's from Indonesia, and yeah, we got a lot of urban legends and shit like that. So I find a lot of, especially like in Asian culture too, there's a lot of paranormal urban legend like overlaps or like commonalities and things like that. And of course, some people say that it's like the big reason behind it is like cautionary tales to like scare children to not do things, right? But there's so much more to it too, though, you know?
Although, word of the mouth is someone has already bought it.
Ah, yeah. The right couple. It was a close friend who handled that sale.
So I heard. Well, don't think the house being bought by anyone would stop us from talking about it. What is it about the mansion, then?
I just want to ask what you think of it, sir.
We're going to need more than an afternoon for that, young man.
Oh, snap.
You see, it's the kind that has changed over the years, passed down from one person to the next. Sometimes, it's the Lord William who haunts the place. There are versions where it's the lady of the house.
Oh, shit.
But my favorite, a personal favorite, would have to be the ones that followed after the disappearance of the kind daughter.
Well, what about these then?
There is a moment of hesitation on my part before I pull out Miss Wright's photos and lay them all in front of him. Unlike Ash, though, the professor inspects each print with great interest. That gives me some hope, at least.
When were these taken?
Now in this photo, he kind of looks like the the guy, the Jurassic Park guy. What was it, Richard Attenborough, or was it David? One of the Attenboroughs, anyways.
Just the other day.
The box says, Indo boy, eh? Are you Filipino, the box? Kumusta ka? Yeah, actually my wife's Filipino, so shit.
Do you think those are the same?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. There were certainly instances when the film would pick up what the human eyes weren't able to see. But then, it could also have been human error.
I didn't edit it in any way. You have my word on that, Professor. They all just came out like that.
Then, if it is what you're thinking, I strongly advise against doing something reckless and further tangling with them. Accounts about them may be riveting to you, but most of it often ends in an unpleasant manner.
What about those people in the house? If there is something in there, shouldn't they know? I'm sure they're already familiar with the legends, but...
Local Legends Burton is here. What's going on, dude?
Some people might deserve it, however.
Deserve what, sir?
Oh shit, what? All of a sudden, the tenderness in the professor's eyes disappears, his face becoming unreadable. Yeah, when you know what character's glasses go like that, you know they're either trying to hide some shit or like, yeah. As though catching himself, he hastily clears his throat, gathers his books, and rises from his seat.
Professor?
I'm sorry. I just remembered something I neglected to do. You'll have to excuse me, Zachary.
All right. Do you need any help with that?
Don't let my looks fool you, son. I can still carry a few hundreds. I've been doing this for years. I'll see you some other time if you have any other questions.
Yo, Burton, let's see, Baron says, watch out, he's going for his 11 herbs and spices. Yo, actually, there's the Colonel Sanders dating simulator. Maybe after this game we'll play that one of these days. That's crazy. Local Legends Burton says, Nada, my birthday was yesterday, and now I have to look forward to work tomorrow. Oh man, I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry.
Of course.
I mean, that being said, like I am glad and fortunate enough to be one of the people who's like still going to work and shit like that. Because if I was stuck, because I did quarantine for like, not quarantine, but like I was like out of work for like a couple weeks, and I was already going insane. So when my boss hit me up and said, "Can you come back to work?" I like jumped on that shit right away.
It was nice knowing you, Professor.
He doesn't hear it, however. In a few short strides, he's out of the library, leaving me and every piece of this whole mess amidst the oppressive stillness. Despite the answers gleaned, more questions surfaced. If there's even If there's even a single way out of this, I hope we find it soon. The moon is well into the night sky by the time I make it back home. My heavy treads and the sound of traffic outside echoing in my ears, filling the empty room with some semblance of life. Nana would have scolded me if she ever hears me walk like that. But after today, I really can't give a damn about everything. The mattress creaks under my weight as I unceremoniously flop down on it, and I find myself looking at the paper under my grip. An invitation and a request to cover in an event. The Wright's housewarming party tomorrow evening. Okay, interesting. So we're gonna go back to the party, but then from his perspective. Interesting. If only it were that easy. But it'll give me a chance to talk to her about that thing in their house. With a sigh, I let my hand fall to the side of the bed, along with the invitation. I'll think about it tomorrow, when my head ain't muddled with thoughts of a headless woman and the haunting sights of a ghost. Belatedly, it occurs to me that the last meal I ate had been the one with Ashton, And an empty, gnawing ache makes itself known, but I can't bring myself to stand up. Today was a complete waste of time, and frankly, a disappointment. I don't like this. The lack of certainty, the disquiet, the lack of stable ground to stand on. The part where I do not know what will come tomorrow. Ever since that damn letter, everything's been thrown out of the loop. I wish everything stayed the same. Routine would have been easier to make sense than this. Closing my eyes, I let the noise from the streets below lull me to sleep. At the very least, that's the one thing that hasn't changed. October 29th. Oh, Halloween coming up. Shit. The melody carries into the hall long before I cross the threshold. Solemn, but gentle and soothing. A reminder of what home is. Pa's firm but meaningful gaze. Ma's wistful smiles. The warm rays flickering through the eaves at sunset. The distinct smell of wet earth and leaves after a long day's rain. And our room. The room. Ma and Pa's pride and joy. A place we were once promised several springs ago. Yet it won't stop.
No, wait! Come back! I'll be good this time! Please don't leave! Please stay!
The floorboards are cold under my feet, more than it usually is. The walls more forbidding than what I'm used to. Farther and farther the room goes. Ma's singing ceases, and Pa. I can't hear Pa. Not above the raucous clanging and the deafening roar of gunshots, nor the screams replacing the comforting soft melodies. Nor the screams replacing the comfort soft melodies. There is only the blinding fear. But when the light breaks, her skin has already taken a sickly pale color, rotten in most parts, blood dripping from every open gash and lesion of her body. Bony hands grip Hannah's neck like a noose, staining the skin underneath with a vibrant shade of scarlet. Nothing but malice fills the gleam in her eyes. A scream ripples through the air. My whole body feels distant. Every limb heavy with lead. All unable to move at will. Yo, something is going down. The box says, busting out some Boston accent. I don't know, man. It is what it is. Not even so I can wipe out the beads of sweat forming at my temple. The rasping of my breath easily fills the room in the wee hours, while I force it back into a steady rhythm. There's a tightness in my chest that I can't shake off, my heart pounding against it, as if it's about to burst out. Something cold has settled in my legs. Not the usual chill that comes and goes with the passing breeze from the window, but one strong enough to sting, shackle, and leave a frigid sensation creeping up on my skin. Yo, I think the ghost is in the house here. Oh shit. With every struggle I make, the pressure winds firmly around my legs. Tighter, and tighter, and tighter. All until it becomes too much. My heart stops. Another draft sweeps into the room and brings with it the iron tang of blood. Yo, the ghost is in here right now. Thick, suffocating, filling my nose with a foul, sickening smell as I shift my gaze downward and it slowly comes into view. Bro! Mouth stretched and a hideous smile, and eyes brimming with nothing but madness. Yo, shit. The stench of gore taints the air around me, and I can't look away from it. Her. From the terror and death that her uncanny, twisted features alone scream. I try to open my mouth to shout, to ask for any help, but my voice has left my body altogether. All I have is the painful realization that no kind of plea will ever save me from her. Then suddenly, the bed dips. Oh shit. Yo. The hero asks you and says, now that's a lot of damage. Ominous says, this is when you yeet yourself out a window. Yeah. Alright. The brutal plunge back into myself jerks me awake. There was no ear-splitting scream, no wilding thrash of limbs, just a painful, constricting awareness that something has wound itself tightly around my neck. I waste no second pulling it, a blanket away, but allow myself a few minutes to steady my breathing before getting off the bed. Inhale, hold, exhale. 1 step, 2 steps, 3. But the dreams have gotten worse. Ever since 2 days ago, no longer are they the small cursory flashes that I'm used to, but vivid ones that linger. I can still feel blood in my hands, the putrid smell of rotting flesh, the sickening crunch of bones breaking with every movement, and her cold, chilling eyes as they bore into me. I draw into one long, ragged breath, and before I know it, I'm walking out the door. Even in the waking world, it reeks. Oh shit, we back here. Are we at the... A bench on the park is far from the most private place for thoughts of Luxburn, considering its location at the heart of a bustling city. But in the early hours of the morning, it provides enough peace and quiet for any poor, problematic soul who happens to wander here. The city is just waking up, a little later than usual. But knowing what day it is, one can't fault it for being a little tardy just this once. Yet neither the fucking tongue twister. My tongue, yeah. You know what? You guys get a taste of what it's like when I narrate. I have so many mistakes. You won't believe it. Like sometimes I'll record a story and it's like an hour long or like 45 minutes long. And when I clean up and trim down the audio, it's like 25 to 30 minutes. And it was originally an hour. That's how many times I actually mess up. And it's funny. I'm probably like, because like I'm dyslexic and like I always mess up when I read, but I still love narrating. I still love doing what I do. So deal with it. Yet neither the pleasant morning chill nor the soft twittering of birds does anything to banish the images. Every single one has rooted itself in my head, its claws digging deep in what is no longer a safe place to hide in.
London Bridge is falling down.
Jesus, there's a fucking kids singing.
London Bridge is
It used to be easy, finding some pretense of peace under the guise of sheer optimism, following regular routine. Now I don't know what to make of it. Sometimes it's easier to run, easier to hide when everything's falling apart. That way, you don't have to be the first to witness it when it does. Shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking... It works when things went bad with the movie, after all. It also worked when Ma and Pa were taking care of us. Were taken from us, shit. Were taken when Ma and Pa were taken from us. Maybe it really is better if I just... Oh, this is the annoying little shit that was singing that song. Yeah, we got 6 people in here. How you all doing tonight? I was thinking, are you guys cool if I keep playing right now? You guys are still are still up for it, right? What do you think, guys? I wanna like try and get through Zach's section of the story as quickly as I can. But what do you think, guys? There's this cute little girl though, but who's really bad at singing. But what do you think? Ominous says, I'm down. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep going. I want to chill out with you guys. Because I'm probably maybe not going to play this game for a bit until next week. Because like, I'm going to try my best to get some videos out and stuff like that. But yeah, Box says, let's keep going. Yeah, Ominous says, let's keep going. You know what? That's it. That's more than enough. If you guys are here, you guys are willing to chill out with me and you guys are enjoying yourselves, I'm not going to cut that off from you. So let's keep going. The tiny voice gives me a pause. When I look up, a little girl, maybe about 6 or 7, is peering at me. 2 wide eyes, overflowing with what can only be the natural curiosity one typically sees in children. Yet she's so adorable though. I vaguely note that St. Goretti uniform she's wearing before returning her greeting.
Hey kid.
Kylie.
Kylie? That's my name.
Oh shit.
Mama said it's rude not to call people by their names.
She then flops down on the empty space beside me. Her little legs, still too short to touch the ground, swinging in tune with the song she hums underneath her breath. I don't mind, kids. Nana would often invite the ones in our old neighborhood to give them treats. Of course, by then, Sis and I were both too old to play with them. But you get used to the used to the commotion eventually. It's not completely as unpleasant as most people would imply. That's the thing, man. Kids, you know, sometimes I really hate kids, but like honestly, you just gotta raise them right. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Kylie seems to be a well-behaved kid, anyway.
Oh, sorry. Nice to meet you, Kylie. Is Mama here?
No, but my big brother's with me.
Oh, it's just cute.
He's taking pictures with his camera over there.
She points to the far end of the park, the one closest to the street, where a kid is taking shots of something above him. It doesn't look to be birds because all there is on that side of the park are buildings.
I don't see what's so interesting with the tip of a building, though. I'd take pictures of dogs if I were him. They're cuter. Do you have a camera too, mister?
Yeah, I'm actually a photographer.
What a coincidence.
Mama said I'm too young to get a camera.
I'm sure your mama will eventually give you one. But won't you be late for school like this?
Big brother will get us there on time. Rowan promised Papa. We aren't going to be late. It's sports day. So it's not good if you keep looking like that today.
Jesus. Yeah, kids can be a bit much.
If it ends up raining and we lose, it's your fault.
Jesus.
All right, I'll try not to upset the clouds today, kid.
Is it because you're sick, mister?
Yo, what? Before I know it, a smile has spread over my face. They say kids ask the toughest questions sometimes. They sure do, with how sincere Kylie looks. Lying feels like doing her a huge disservice.
No, not sick. Just having a very, very bad day.
Aw.
Why is that? Is that like when my big brother ate all of my pudding? He did that once and then cried. It wasn't very nice of him.
Yo, who stole the pudding? Man, if somebody stole my pudding, I would beat the shit out of them. I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, I think so.
The box says, cute, yes, but poorly parented kids is a little more than but poorly parented kid is little more than a cute little demonic self-interested entitled feral animal. Yeah, kids can be a fucking nightmare, man. But you know what? You see how like a certain kids are raised? It speaks a lot of like what the parents are like. So if you see like a family and their kids are fucking causing a ruckus and shit and like being just fucking little pricks, then you can tell what kind of people the parents are, you know what I'm saying?
You see, there's this mean girl. She's giving my friends and I a lot of trouble. Hard to keep up when things are like that, you know? Especially when you can't do anything. It's kind of scary. Makes you wish things will just stay as peaceful as they used to be.
Maybe she just wants to be friends with you?
I highly doubt that. One of my friends, she left us because of her.
What if she's just sad? Or maybe she just wants help. That's what happened with Melody. I let her borrow my crayon when she left hers. Now we're playmates.
It's not really the same thing, Kylie. What she did, they're pretty bad things.
I still think there's another reason.
Yeah.
Did you try talking to her? That's what Mama said I should
Yo,
do.
maybe like the ghost is like a tortured soul that like the people who owned the mansion before were like treated her really bad, because like this girl is saying that shit. It kind of made me think like that ghost could be like a soul who hasn't moved on, maybe like a servant or something like that was like mistreated by the people who own the Ermengarde mansion, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Also, the hero Askew says Michelle Obama took the pudding. Yeah, we got this inside joke with all my friends, but my one friend is obsessed with Michelle Obama. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't think that'll work either.
You haven't even You sound like Rowan. You're just scared, mister.
That strikes a chord. Maybe it's the honesty in her tone or simply the truth in the words itself. I don't know why, but I can't help it. I laugh. Loud enough to disturb an elderly couple taking a leisure walk nearby.
Why are you laughing?
That's nothing. You're a really smart kid, you know that?
That's what I've been doing, ain't it? Go full speed ahead, then backtrack when the going gets tough. Stay in my safe zone because that's all I know. Once, Dr. Navarro said I should be the first one willing to deal with my problems before anyone else. I didn't show up on our next appointment after that, but he's right. And though I hate to admit it, knowing what I've seen with the kid makes a good point too. I've been so caught up thinking there might not be a way out. Maybe there isn't, or maybe there is. But that doesn't mean I should just leave it up to fate. Aren't spirits supposed to be humans before too? Had people they cared about, lived a life of their own, smiled, and laughed like the rest of us does? Do they really lose all of it after death?
You better get to school, though, or you'll miss sports day. You should have won yourself some awards, alright?
Alright. Can I show it to you when I do? That can cheer people up, right?
In the distance, her brother calls for her, and I took that as a sign to leave. The Baron says, "But wait, that's just a theory, a game theory." Nice. Tingly Horror is in the house. Good morning. How you doing? My friend from the distant future. Yeah, how you doing? How you doing, Tingly Horror? It's good to see you here. What's going on? What's Gucci? We're just chilling out, playing the same game. But now we're playing a different character from the last time you were here. We're playing as Zachary, the photographer. So yeah, it's been good. It's good to see you here. Got things to do, to face. The first few steps, they say.
Nah, I'm good now, I think. Thanks to you. Besides, Mr. needs to go. But you should show it to Mama and Papa. I'm sure they'll be proud of you, Kylie.
I will. Thanks, mister. Bye.
I give her a little pat on the head before heading my way. A small gesture of thanks from a stranger she didn't know she might have helped. She may not understand it now, even though at such a young age, she already has this understanding of things. But maybe when she's older. When the world no longer seems too big for her.
But aren't you going to help me, mister?
Yo, what?
With what?
Confused, I glance back. Bruh. Tingly Horse says, "What's Sunday like?" It's 4:20 a.m. So, 4:20 a.m. Nice. So glad I caught you live. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. She said, "I had 20 minutes before hitting the shower. Just woke up and excited to catch you live." Nah, man, it's good to see you. I think that this is creepy though. The ghost is like possessing her body now or something. Whatever cheer our little talk brought has vanished under the shadows, suddenly dancing in my eyes. This frigid air is most definitely not how the morning chill should feel like. Bitter, stinging, unwelcoming. And the kid.
What do you think, mister? Are you going to help me?
Jesus Christ.
What do you want from us?
The response never comes, however. Because when I blinked, gone.
Hello? Mister? Are you okay?
For several passing seconds, I let my stare linger on her face, waiting for any sign of another change. But all that remains in there is the carefree smile of a child. None of the spite, none of the cold, bloody smile.
Nothing. I really need to go, Kylie. It was nice meeting you.
Oh shit.
See you again, mister!
Bruh. I break into a run. I don't look back, not even as I bump into a couple of passerby as soon as I'm out of the busy streets. Going insane. That's what this is. And if we don't do something, we all will be. The tremors follow me, even as I get home. I hoped a little stroll around the block for a few hours would help. Instead, I'm assaulted with more images of her. Her smile, the loathing in her eyes, the stench of gore, the horrid crunch that comes with every movement she makes. Even old memories have been sullied by her, and Ma's song no longer sounds as sweet as it meant to be. In the end, all I got is a sinking feeling that I'll never rid of her image, and another ridiculous idea that may or may not even work. The sun is already hanging low on the horizon when I make it back, and for the first time, coming home feels more like a chore. Only, I didn't arrive to an empty room, because as soon as I open the door, I'm greeted by none other than...
Sup, Z-Man?
Oh, is that Ashton? Whatever proverbial stone has made a home in the pit of my stomach automatically flies right out the window at the sight of Ashton. Bruh, it's right here. The sun setting, the nice music is playing, romantic music and shit. I'm just kidding. Sitting comfortably on my couch, munching on a bag of chips with both feet propped atop the coffee table. Ominous says, "This ship lives on." Yes. And who knows, maybe with a little bit more time, the ship might leave the docks and set sail. Who knows? Common sense dictates I should throw him out. Any person of a right mind would. But like many other things I've gotten accustomed to, I simply take it all in a stride. I never did bother turning him away first time to begin with.
Ash, how many times do I have to tell you not to call me Z-Man? And stop breaking into my apartment! Call the cops on you, but doing that feels like a joke in itself because you are one.
I didn't. You gave me a key the last time I did that, remember?
Oh shit.
After the last one you broke, I can't keep replacing the knob just because you think it'd be amusing to lockpick the hell out of it. And hey, is that my...
Ash smirks at me because, of course, he has the gall to smirk knowing what he did. He pops in what's very likely the last piece of chip into his mouth and folds the wrapper neatly on the table before throwing it on the nearby trash. Behind me, the television starts blaring the music for the end credits of a movie. He's likely been waiting for a while if he's gotten impatient enough to rummage through my cupboards and watch something.
You ate all of it! I was saving that one for the weekend!
Bruh.
I'll replace it.
What exactly is this about? I know I said some real weird things the other day. If this is still about that, I'm not taking it back. It wasn't just a trick of the eye.
In an instant, he sits up, every trace of amusement gone from his face. He clasps his hand in front of him and leans forward. A minuscule gesture meant to ease, yet the grim expression on him tells a different story altogether.
No, you're right. There really are some odd things going on here lately.
The hero says, he took chips. Yeah, man, you don't take my chips without me knowing. And if you do take them, you better stock them up again. I'm just saying, man. But yeah, hold up real quick though. I gotta go to the bathroom. I've been drinking a lot of water and other beverages, so yeah, y'all hold up. I'll be right back. So yeah, just chill out real quick and hang tight. I'm gonna play some music to keep you guys company. But yeah, you all hold up and I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes, maybe less than that. I'll be back. Guess who's back? Back again. Yeah, hold up. I'm back, guys. You think I'd leave you for that long? No, I'm back. Am I back? Yes, I am. I am. Are you guys still here? Hold up. Yeah, you guys like the music in the back? Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna catch up on the chat. Let's see what you guys have been up to while I'm away. And it says, quick everyone, spam F in the chat. Yo. Tingly Horse says, he's out, time to party, he'll never know. Nice jam. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. I'm glad y'all are still here, man. But yes, we're gonna get fucking the bog's like, shh, he's back, we need to stop talking about him. Nice. Now I want to know what's going on, that's all. All right, we'll get back into it then.
Wait, what? Did I just hear you say that?
I'm not kidding, Zach. Speaking of the other day, did you meet with Andrew last time?
Oh, you mean George Lucas? No, I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah, at the library. He was,
Nice. Tingly Horse says, on a different note, your laughter always makes me smile. You know what? You make me smile. Y'all make me smile. This is the reason. You guys are the reason I do this. I'm so fortunate and blessed to have built a good community around me and some good people. And, you know, for so many years, I've wanted to do YouTube and stuff like that. And I don't know, there was this certain fear or excuse to not do it. And I finally decided to jump the gun. And you know what? It's never going to be the right time to do great things. And I'm so glad that I started YouTube, because I never would have been able to meet you guys. And I'm so appreciative, and I'm so happy I got the opportunity to meet some of you guys on such a deep level. Like, I'll be honest, like, some of you guys I know even more deeply than like some people that I consider my IRL friends, man. But yeah, I'm glad we get to all enjoy this together.
What did he say about the photographs?
Huh? Oh, there's no guarantee it's a supernatural thing. It doesn't always happen. So, that's a dead end right there. Now that I think about it, bothering that guy for this feels pretty silly now. But with the dreams lately...
That's all? Did he say anything about the damn letter at all? Did you ask him even?
I pause, glancing at him skeptically. I don't know where this sudden curiosity is coming from. But if Ashton, calm, cool, collected, always logical Ashton takes interest in this, something or someone must have fucked shit up somewhere. Or the world is ending. Seconds pass. The apocalypse I'm expecting to go along with doesn't arrive, however.
Yeah, that's really everything. The letter kind of slipped my mind. The photos were more important at that time. There was some stuff about the local horror stories, though. Talked about the curses, and he was really fascinated with the story about a wraith asking for a sacrifice to move on.
Yo, the box says, still waiting here to break onto YouTube. Soon, but need to convert episodes from Audacity to OBS and add video. Hey, man. Just go for it. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man. And hey, just like hit me up. I'll plug your shit, man. Cause you're one of my homies, man, and you're always here to support me. So, just hit me up on Twitter, man.
Kinda nasty if you ask me, but it does make sense if you simply go along with it. I'm not sure how this will help in the grand scheme of things. Why are you asking about this anyway?
Becca's been saying weird things lately.
Weird like...
Same kind of weird Isabella says.
Aight, bro, stop right there. I thought you didn't believe in this stuff.
I still don't, but even Rebecca, out of all people, claims there's something.
Exactly. All your friends are saying that there's some weird shit, so it's time for you to start believing, Ash.
Whatever this is, someone has got to look into it. Everything about this screams shady.
Are you sure you even have the time? Ain't you busy with your current case?
I got taken off that one this morning.
Oh, shit.
Didn't you say you were getting closer to...
Apparently, the higher-ups think I'm doing a horrendous job at it. It doesn't matter, though. If these two cases are connected like I initially thought, then regardless, I'm on the right track.
Interesting. So maybe, like, he's involved with investigating Luke Wright, but, like, maybe the police are in his pocket or something like that. Interesting.
Have you seen the news this morning?
He grabs the remote and cycles through the numerous channels until he gets to a news report about another guy who has been found dead in the early hours of the morning today. Yo, that's the same thing that was on the letter. Man burned after room catches fire. What? Horror stories with Baron says. So will the real scream shady please stand up? Nice. Yeah, they was talking about a wraith and shit. Yo, who knows, man? Could be anything at this point. Burned alive this time. Oddly, no fire has spread, and whatever damage has been contained within the place of the body. Within the place the body was found. The room itself, however, has been completely vandalized. Help me. Help me. Another murder, the authorities claimed. If only they knew.
You think this is...
I don't know what to think, Zach.
He rises from the chair and begins pacing the length of the room, lacing his fingers roughly through his hair.
I just know there's something. There must be. There has to be.
Yeah, it's paranormal shit, bruh.
Fuck!
Well, you do have something in mind, I'm sure. A plan? Come on, Ash, you're good with that.
I do. I'm just not sure if I'll get anything out of it.
Well, a plan is better than no plan at all, ain't it?
Almost too sudden, he swivels on his heel, and for a passing moment, I thought he's gonna shout at me. Instead, Ash simply flops back down on the couch, crosses his arm over his face, and releases a long, ragged breath. His voice comes out smaller, and closer to a whisper when he speaks again.
I should have looked into this when she was still here. Maybe none of this would have happened if I did.
Ah, there it is. No need to ask her who. No need to ask who her is. Yeah, he's talking about Isabella. He's thinking that if he actually took her claim seriously, he would have been able to, like, figure it out. But he didn't take that lead because he's a skeptic. Every should-haves, could-haves, and would-haves. All our frustrations in one statement. Well, all we can do is cope. What should I say? Yo, I'm gonna save real quick. Okay. Make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else, or you're not the only one stuck in this. What do you think, guys? What do you think is the one that's gonna sound better for... You're not the only one stuck in this. Let's see. What do you think, guys? Which one should we pick? Oh, decisions. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards you're not the only one stuck in this. Yeah. Oh yeah, ominous audio says second, so. But man. Yeah, but if I say you're not the only one stuck in this, like, you're not alone vibe. Let's see. No, I've already saved. Let's see what happens. Let's see. I can't decide. All right, final vote. I'll leave this entirely up to you guys. Leave your comment or right now in the stream, and we'll decide. Final decision right now, and we'll do a vote. What do you think, guys? What's it gonna be? Okay, we got one from Tingly Horse saying not the only one. Alright, guys, let's do it. Yo, everybody's saying make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. Yeah, alright. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Rebecca and I are still here.
Yo, our relationship is going up again. Oh shit, good choice, guys. Good choice. We're almost there, man. The ship is about to oh, we got the journal. You know what? I'll read into that later because you guys probably won't be interested in that, but the ship is about to set sail. Shit.
We'll manage one way or another.
Don't make it sound so easy. We have no idea what we're dealing with here.
I ain't saying it will be, but we gotta do something, yeah? Make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else.
He grins. Now, none of it reaches his eyes, but it's a start. We've got to start picking up the piece somewhere and hope everything will turn out for the better at some point. And Ash, well, frustrations aside, he's always preferred taking matters into his own hands. However, a little reminder there are other people with him. However, a little reminder there are other people with him won't hurt.
You have a point.
I always do. You just don't listen.
Oh shit. If he minds the bluntness in my words, he doesn't show it. But little by little, things begin to look up, if only for a short while. Ash leaves mere minutes close to sundown. He said little until then. Not even a hint of what he's aiming to do after. While it ain't any of my business to know, his whole bruh. This word, reticent or reticent? Which one is it? Either way, I don't know words, bruh, and I'm a narrator. This whole reticent attitude on the matter gnaws at me. At this hour, the streets are once again busy with people heading home after a hard day's work. Little of the bustle matters to him as he steps out the crowded hallway, however. There's only his goal in his mind, and I'd wager there's nothing I can do to stop him at this point. Tingly Horse says, words are hard, I feel ya. Yeah, man. It do be like that. He's probably decided on it long before he made the decision to drop by. But despite this, he lags behind.
What's wrong, Ash?
His mouth opens, then closes, but whatever he wants to say is lost in the clamor of traffic outside.
Is there something I can do?
No, just stay where you are.
Oh shit. Alright. Wait for it, wait for it. You hear that? That's a cold one being cracked open.
I can't do that. No can do, Ash. Ask me anything but that. No way in hell I'm gonna pretend there ain't a problem when there is.
Reticent. Okay. Nice. Thank you, the Boggs. I appreciate that.
This is a really
reticent.
Big one, and I'll be damned if I let anything happen to you guys while I sit here. I'm done running when things get tough.
What? You think you have a better plan?
Who knows if it's better? At least it's something.
If all this is going to do is put you in danger, then I'd rather you not do anything at all. I never want to wake up to that kind of thing again. Finding out one of my friends has been found dead. Murdered in her own apartment. One person is enough.
This is still better than having no other course of action, yeah?
Damn. He's about to argue for a moment, but...
Look, bro, if things ain't good, I'll be the first one out. But allow me this one thing, aight? Just this one time. If it doesn't work out, you'll be the first one to know. You can laugh then, or berate me all you want. But please don't ask me to step aside like I'm incapable of doing anything to help.
Exactly. Like, Ashton, you gotta rely on your friends a little bit more, man. I have no idea if it is the look on my face or the tone of my voice. Ultimately, although his mouth presses into a thin line, he nods.
Do what you want.
Maybe it's because our relationship is kind of escalating and shit. Because, like, here's, like, this is the base level of what the relationship was like before the start of the game, right? So, that means we moving up. We moving up. I'm excited to see because, like, our relationship with Hana isn't that great. But, like, yeah, man, the bromance is real with Ashton.
If you can check in with Rebecca, I'd appreciate it.
Ominous audio says, Ashton needs to learn the power of the squad. It's so true, man. I got a squad of my own, man. When he stumbles into the sidewalk and allows the afternoon crowd to swallow him whole, I'd like to think the tiny gleam in his eye is the closest we can get to optimism in the situation. Whether that alone will be enough to give me a peaceful sleep tonight remains to be said. October 30th, Sunday. Night falls, and despite my best attempts, sleep continues to elude me. with her image still stuck in my head, flashing every few moments it catches me off guard, with Ma's lullaby still echoing in my ears, no longer the soft tune it once was. And the terrible gnawing at the pit of my stomach. It's no wonder I can't bring myself to drift off, even for a little while. Yeah, Horror Stories with the Baron says, this game is a little unrealistic. Who really has a max relationship bar with themselves? So true. Tingly Horse says, the graphics are really beautiful. I like it, you know, because a lot of visual novels that I play, it's just static, straight up static images. But it really tries to maximize the visuals with the format that it's given. And the sound design is also really good too. So yeah, no, props to the team for doing this. It's pretty good. It's not as if there's a complete lack of things to do while waiting for sleep to come, if it ever will. And at the 2:45 in the morning, I find myself cleaning my photography equipment for no other reason than to just pass time. Bruh, I have a feeling that, like, I don't know, I just got a weird feeling. I'm gonna save real quick. Although, if I'm gonna be honest, it is not the night terrors that are keeping me wide awake at night, but the anxiety and the hope I'll hear from Ash soon. And for what's perhaps the 42nd time, my eyes shift over to the end of the table where my phone lies still. I've not heard from him since he left. He hasn't promised a call, of course, but a small part of me wishes he would have had the common sense, at the very least. Wedding is a tough game, and with the concerns stretching out the minutes far longer than usual, it's impossible for more unpleasant thoughts not to enter my mind. Moreover, it does not help that when the clock finally strikes 3, 3 o'clock is the devil's hour, man. Some bad shit is gonna happen. My hand stills. Bruh, how did I know? I mean, we all know that 3 o'clock is a bad time. Bruh. It'll be a complete and utter lie to say my heart didn't leap straight out of my throat in that brief second. My whole body has gone motionless, ears straining for any single for any further sounds. A couple of tense moments pass. Nothing. Of course, with how old the building I'm staying in, power fluctuations ain't anything new. Every now and then, this would happen, leaving a few tenants in a rather bad mood. Nothing unusual anymore, after a few years of living here. Bruh, come on, you know the ghost is there. But this time, the sudden hush brings with it a stillness that raised the hair at the back of my neck and set my heart beating hard against my chest. Something reeks in the air, and in an instant, this place is no longer home. It's a prison. Every rational fiber in my being screams at me to leave. I force myself to swallow and keep a clear head as I lay down all my cleaning tools and begin gathering the rest of my things scattered across the table. The camera's body, lenses, filters, diffusers, phone, anything my hand could reach. But in the resulting panic, like in the nightmares, it is the scent that reaches me first. A foul, putrid smell filling my lungs with the heavy stink of death. My fingers clamp tightly to the camera, holding it closer to my body, as if the tiny thing would provide enough protection to whatever whatever is with me in the room. It won't. But it's the only comfort I have. And knowing that whoever she is, she had once been human. Perhaps not all of it is gone. Perhaps some of it is still there.
Hello? I know you're in here. What do you want?
Something moves behind me. A soft scuttling over the walls, followed by the squelch and painful creaking of what can only be rotten flesh and broken bones. Without hesitation, I roll around, my fingers and camera ready, patiently waiting for another movement.
I can help you. Whatever it is that keeps you here, I can help. That's what the letter's for, ain't it? You don't have to keep taking people's lives.
Oh shit. There's a brief moment of silence after, and for a short while, I think my pleas worked. Then with no warning, the shuffling resumes, bruh. And along with it are the sobs of a woman. Jesus Christ. Use the mouse to look around. Press the space bar to take a picture. Jesus Christ, where you at? Where you at, bitch? Oh. Yo, where you at? Where the fuck are you? Oh, Jesus. Oh, I saw. Jesus Christ. Yo, it's like that game Fatal Frame. The light flashes fiercely one last time, allowing me a glimpse of her grotesque, misshapen features before it is once again lost in the darkness. All of a sudden, her tune changes. No longer a soft cry, but a high-pitched shriek brimming with pain, grief, and anger. Every ounce of courage I've mustered flees from my body at the sound. And the next thing I know, my hand is gripping the knob. Gripping the knob, and I'm wrenching the door open. Her wails follow me as I flee into the night. Bruh. Hero Askew says, yo, battery runs out fast, MC. You know what? I've actually heard about some paranormal investigations, like fucking what's that popular show called? There's this show about the paranormal investigators, but there's this one time where their battery on all of their devices started draining really, really fast. Some Ghost Adventure shit or something like that. Can't remember. Pacing has always been more of Ashton's thing than mine. When I want to think, I sit and let the minutes tick by until an idea comes to mind or my pulse settles down. And yet, dried leaves and twigs crack under my shoes as I make another pass on them. Terror is too mild to describe what this is. Yo, I hope my character doesn't die. I hope Zach doesn't die. There's no way in hell I'm going back. Whatever she is, pleading won't work. The moment we saw that letter, she's been after us.
But I can't run. Not this time.
Tingly Horror says, I'm literally standing me naked arse next to the shower, but can't get in because I'm captivated by the story, bro. Let me shower. Hashtag first world problems. Yo, go take that shower. It's all good. We here. We'll probably still be here by the time you're done, and my friends will catch you up on what happened. But yeah, that's what it was, Hero. Ghost Adventure. Alright. Nearly 2 hours have gone by, since I left the comfort of my room for the solitude of the park. 2 excruciating hours since I started making calls. No one's answering. Not even Rebecca, who's always kept her phone line open in case other people need her. It doesn't help that Ash hasn't said a word where he went off to, as usual.
Damn it! I knew I should have asked him before I let him leave.
Knowing him, he could be anywhere. But Tingly Horror says, lightning speed shower time, bro. BRB, nice, cool. The box official says he'll answer the phone on the 666th call. Ooh, 666, nice. One of my favorite numbers. But there's really only one place he'll likely be at this time. Okay, wait, hold up. The sun has already peaked over the horizon when I make it to the mansion. I have no idea what I'm expecting to see when I got there. There's Ashton, first and foremost. Part of me wishes my assumptions are correct, and he's usually really somewhere close by on a stakeout. But I've never been the lucky sort when it comes to that type of guessing. And even after I made the round of the immediate vicinity, I could find neither hide or hair of him. Calling him does no good either, considering how awful the signal out here is. He can't be too far if he's really here, but if he is, he would have already noticed me by now. Instead, there's only silence, the kind too quiet to find any sort of comfort in. Even the trees seem to have fallen asleep with the rest of the mansion, oblivious to what's happening around it. A small island of stillness in the otherwise fast-paced world. No wonder the whole Anselm feels at odds with the rest of Luxburn. While the city is alive, growing every minute, breathing every second, and pulsating with life, the village remains unmoving. Bruh. Unchanged. It's not surprising the legend still lives up to this day, and why she's still here, walking its hollowed walls. Sorry. And beyond me, the mansion looms ominously. But now ain't the time for fear. Even if Ash is not here, I still gotta let the Wrights know what I've seen, what's in their home. And whatever grievance Ash has with them, doesn't matter. There might be grounds for imprisonment, but they don't deserve a brutal death at the hands of one malicious spirit. And I'm sure that's what Isabella would have wanted if she was still here. I head straight for the door without a second thought. It takes a few rings, the sound loud above the foreboding stillness, before I hear footsteps on the other side.
God and get it! Only a Nazi would knock at such an ungodly hour.
Oh, that's Luke.
Where's that damn butler when I need him?
Yo, there's a dark aura around Luke. Before long, the door swings widely open, with Mr. Luke Wright standing behind it. Seething would be a complete understatement to describe him. Like this, I've got no doubt why Ash would find him a suspect.
You? How the hell did you get in here? What in 7 hells do you want?
Jesus, bruh.
It's bloody 6 in the morning!
Listen, sir, I know this is not a good time.
Oh, it's not a good time. Did you even check the clock before coming here? I bet you didn't.
Ominous audio says, maybe they do deserve it. They're rich people. No one likes rich people. I say, Eat the rich. No, Luke is giving in to the dark side of the Force. Yes, give in to that hate. Feel the power of the dark side. Nice. Yes, 7 hells. Yes, that's right. Let's see. Let's see what's up with this dude.
Unlike you, the ones living in this house need to sleep. Come back when people are actually awake, or I'll call security on you.
Before I can get a word in, he slams the door to my face and bolts it shut with much finality.
Wait,
Finality.
You gotta hear me out. You're both in danger if you stay in there.
Exactly.
Have you seen the news lately? Everything's not a coincidence.
Only silence answers me. Maybe if it was Miss Wright. Oh, who am I kidding? There are limits to how far a person will believe in you. Then again, I didn't believe Isabella when she warned us. Now I'm here, desperately trying to save people, even if I'm aware it's completely out of my own capacity to do so. Is this what they call karma? If so, this is one horrible way of turning things around. Taking people's lives, playing with people's fears, making them feel useless.
You're around, ain't you? You here? Inside this house?
Oh, don't taunt this demon, Zach.
Listening, watching, or whatever it is that you spirits do? What did they do to you? I can help you, you know? If it'll let you move on, I'll gladly do so. You don't have to kill anyone.
Nothing. I don't even know who I'm talking to, or if a sane person is supposed to be doing that. The only thing I got after is a feeling of foolishness washing over me. Or perhaps this is just me losing my mind. Out of other options and other ideas, I let my hand slide off the door surface and fall listlessly to my sides. I can go back to Luxburn, try to find the others, try to get out of this mess with them, or let them know how much. Excuse me. Or let them know how much in deep shit we are. Both sound good. Either way, my loitering here ain't helping at all. I let the quietness calm me for a few more minutes before standing up and heading out to fetch my bike. It's quite a distance from Luxburn, but if I hurry, I'll reach it in maybe. The rustling stops as soon as I turn around and strain my ears for any other movement around me.
Yo, Ash, you there?
No answer. If he is here, and I've missed him earlier already, my feet are moving in search of him for the second time. It won't hurt to double check. Triple check even. With how big the property is, he can be anywhere.
Damn it! He needs to realize what exactly it is he's dealing with.
Bro, 1 second. I pressed the control button so it skipped a little bit. The rustling stops as soon as I turn around and strain my ears for any other movement around me. Hey, yo, Ash, you there? No answer. If he is here, and I've just missed him earlier. Okay, cool, I read that already. My feet are moving in search of him for the second time. It won't hurt to double check, triple check even. With how big the property is, he can be anywhere. If things ain't so urgent, if they ain't so dire that lives are at stake, I probably have just waited for him to show up again. But damn it, he needs to realize what exactly he's been dealing with. Okay, what exactly it is he's dealing with. Shit. Yeah, the bog says, taking a bit of a Final Destination turn. Yeah, it's like the chain letter Final Destination kind of thing, I guess. That it isn't just a petty criminal he can simply throw in jail. that it is something beyond the authority the police badge could ever give him. The guy needs to stop playing the big damn hero. Sit down and chill. And if he continues to stay the way he is now, I'm afraid he'll make a fatal mistake this time. My breathing comes in short, swallowed rasps by the time I make it to where I started. Still no sign of him, and I'm beginning to think I'm just wasting my time here. But that's when I hear it. Yo. I'd recognize that melody in a heartbeat. Ma's favorite song. I listened for a while, trying to gauge where exactly from the house it's coming from. My feet starts moving before I can stop them. Shit. And there, as I circle a corner from a room in the first floor, a single window is open, but I can't make out whoever's inside. However, I'm sure the singing comes from there. Still, while I'll hear a tune here of all places, I won't know. It's not an obscure song by all means, but it's pretty rare to find someone who knows this. And for some reason, death seems to follow this song around. Bruh. Panic lodges itself at the base of my throat at once. Whoever's humming might be. I don't want to be the pessimist now, but on the off chance that this is Miss Wright.
Shit.
Yo, is that gonna die? Let's see what happens. I shouldn't just barge in there. I can put myself in danger before I can save anyone. Ash will tell me so in the exact same words. Might even write me a dissertation on why this is a bad idea if he ain't so lazy. But damn it! Damn it! God damn it! Someone could be in danger. Yo, we saving. Alright, what should we do? Keep looking for Ash or enter the open window? What do you think, guys? I feel like if we look inside the window, we might die. I don't know. I think we should just keep looking for Ash, or if we open, cause like I have a feeling, man, if we enter the open window, we're gonna die. Cause like obviously that crazy bitch, like fucking Hana, the possessed Hana, is gonna like kill us or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, guys? Let me know in the chats, boys. Let's go. What do you think? All right, the box says let's go through the window. Let's see. What do you think? What do you guys think? Window. Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? It's time to bet. Yeah, that's right. What do you think, guys? I mean, for the sake of an interesting story. Okay, let's see. It says window, 2 windows. To the window! To the wow! Thank you, hero. I needed that. I got two saying the window. I got one saying look for Ash. Maybe back at your own house. All right. Yeah, so we're so Tingly Horror finished her shower. And yeah, so basically we're hearing this voice. It was like singing the song that his mom used to like hum, and he's hearing it from this open window. But like he's wondering if he should keep looking for his friend or if he should open the window. So what do you think, guys? You know what? You know what? Fuck it. We're going to the window. I feel like this is going to be a bad ending, but fuck it. Let's do it. I could search for Ash, but what if it's too late by then? With how big this place is. He can be anywhere, and it's very likely by the time we come back, somebody's already bit the dust. That, and the cries grow louder against my ear the longer I linger. Almost impossible to ignore, drawing me in like a moth to a flame. For a moment, I let myself shudder, shaking the uneasy feeling off my head. This can't be a good idea, not by a long shot. Still, I've got to try. Funnily enough, for a couple as high profile as the Wrights, they don't seem to have any security detail patrolling around. A few guards here and there, sure, but one will expect they'll have more, considering the size of the place. It works to my advantage, though, and I really can't complain when there's a high chance I might get arrested for what I'm about to do. Luckily, the window's wide enough for me to fit through without making any noise. There's certainly no going back now. If I die though, guys, I'm gonna reload this. That's why I saved. I don't want Zach to die. If there's one person that I want to keep alive during this game, I want to keep Zach alive. Because he's my homie. He's my G. Know what I'm saying? Alright. But as soon as I step into the parlor, all of it ceases, while I find no trace of the woman I heard crying like I'm expecting to. The room is still empty at this time of the morning, and I'm left standing awkwardly in the middle of a hush. Maybe she just hid somewhere?
Hello? Are you here? I heard someone earlier, and I'm here to help.
Hoping for an answer, I let the question hang in the air. But several seconds merely go by without a word, or the slightest movement to indicate there is someone in here. Has been here. With the stories I've heard, the things I've seen, it takes effort to keep my brain from going into that line of thought.
I'm not going to hurt you. If you're here, say something.
Nothing. Am I just hearing things? No. I'm pretty sure I heard someone. But with no one responding, I can't help but feel silly like this. And with the awareness that I've just trespassed a house for nothing because of some sort of prickles at me. Because of some voice prickles at me. Suddenly, the silence feels uncomfortable, and I'm needling anxiety. Sorry, I've had a bit to drink, guys. And a needling anxiety slowly creeps up my back. I should get out while I can. If it ain't there, it ain't there. I don't spare the room another glance when I walk back the way I came, out into the window, leave before someone else notices.
I thought I heard a servant moving around here. Turns out it's just a rat scurrying about.
Jesus. Oh no, it's Johann's.
How unpleasant.
My heart shoots up in my throat. I can run. The window is a few steps away. I should be able to escape. But instead, out of some foolish impulse, I turn around. Perhaps it's because the only impression the guy has left me in what few times we met is nothing but unsettling.
This ain't what you think it is.
You're quite the distance from the kitchen, I'm afraid. Perhaps I should lead you there.
The kitchen? Why the kitchen?
Someone's in here before me. I wasn't here for what you're thinking. There was sobbing and...
Yo, Johann's is like kicking ass too, apparently. The first blow knocks the wind out of me, sending me heaving and crumpling to my knees. Tears well up in my eyes as the pain swells, and he insists, and he twists my wrists behind my neck, behind my back.
Listen to me.
Then again, dirty thieves aren't welcome in my kitchen either.
Bruh. Tingly Horror says, when you stumble over your words, it's just so cute. Own it, friendo. Yeah, nah, it's aight, it's aight. For a moment, there is only silence and a sudden piercing ache. This time, at the back of my head. The room abruptly tilts on its axis, dimming. On the verge of unconsciousness, I can only hear the scuffling of foot, the thud of the door being closed, and a woman crying, asking for help. I don't know more. No, I can hear the crying in the distance. Yo, what? Okay, so we still playing as Zach. So what's up? Are we locked up or something? Or yo, I think we're locked up in the wine cellar. That would be so messed up, cause that's where the ghost is usually. Like that's her like place where she likes to chill. Hero says, "Damn, he's all that he's all that Street Fighter Jeeves." All right, the pain is the worst when I come to a sharp, piercing ache somewhere at the back of my head, begging to be noticed. But it's nothing I can't handle. Leerily, I open my eyes, expecting to be greeted by sunlight. However, the walls that welcome me are unfamiliar. Yo, where the hell are we? Is this the police station? When everything comes into focus, I recognize the place for what it is. A cell. Dark, cramped, with the only light coming from the moon outside, streaming through the sole window, barred by thick metal bars. Memory rushes back to me in sharp bursts. The mansion, looking for Ashton, a familiar tune, and a woman crying. All the while, my head still aches from the hit I received.
Still better than a morgue, I guess.
Bruh, they locked him up. I don't know, I don't know, I'll keep going with it, but like, I might go back and see if I get a better ending, to be honest. I don't know, we'll see. I should just roll with it. You know what? I let you guys choose, and I chose at the end of the day, so let's just keep rolling with it. Gingerly, I pull myself up, reaching the cramps from my shoulders as I do so, but stopping when a sudden movement induces an acute stinging pain right through my arm.
Damn, they got me good. What time is it?
The box says, Zach's been human trafficked. That'd be sad, bro. As expected, they've taken everything I have on my person. Wallet, cell phone, my keys, meds, even a small pack of gum. Yo, if they took his med, that's fucked up, bro. Why you take his meds from him, bro? Protocol is protocol. Cause like I can tell like Zach has like some PTSD or some shit like that. Of course, because of his parents, but like some other residual effects and shit like that. In the first place, ending back to another cell ain't my agenda. The first time was not a pleasant experience, and this certainly won't be either. Considering who has likely put me in here, it could have been much worse. The bars are cold to my touch when I approach it, looking for any person on duty. They'd usually allow us to contact someone, and Ashton, at least, has to know I'm here. He'll be pissed, and that I'm sure of, but he's the only one who can help. Prove my innocence and get me out. However, actually I don't want to rely on him for this. The hallway in front of the cell is empty, but voices float around from further in, likely the poor officers assigned to the late night duty. Judging from the snippets of conversation I catch, today's topic over a snack is that moron who thought it's wise to cross the rights. Yo, cause like I have a feeling the rights, like the husband like has the police in his pocket. That's why he's able to do this shit, you know? They used other names too, most of which I like to I'd like to have words with them about in the future. But really, I'm in no position right now. Ominous audio says he better check if he has both his kidneys and his virginity. In the box, official says, yo, he's lucky to be in the cell. The black guy's always the first one to die. This way, at least, the story can continue. Yeah, usually the black guys always like are the first one, early ones to die off. I noticed that shit too, man.
Excuse me, anyone?
Silence.
Excuse me, I need to make a...
Yo. Blood freezes in my veins, and I grip on, and my grip on the bar tightens. I don't dare turn, because more than the haunting melody, I'm afraid of what I'll see, of who's singing Ma's lovely lullaby, a death song. That's what it is now. But I guess that is what it's always been. If this is the end calling, I prefer that it is not her vicious smile that I see last.
Oh, Zach, sweetie. Don't you love this song?
Oh shit, it's Hana. Yo, she's all gothic and shit. Yo, she kind of looks kind of hot, like fucking with the noise. She's fucking crazy, but still, man, she still got it, man. I'm just saying. My head snaps up in surprise, and I swivel to see Miss Wright. Miss Wright, of all people, sitting on the cot. Her smile, as easy and sweet as ever.
Miss Wright, what are you... how did you...
I jostle the cell door to check. A prison break is the last thing on my mind, of course. But her presence here makes for a lot of puzzling questions to be answered. Locked tight. Was I just too groggy earlier that I didn't notice her?
Don't be surprised, darling. Money and power can get you anything.
Jesus, yeah, so I was right. She has a point. Out of all people, she knows more than anyone how to play that game in the world. Yet to hear it straight from her, yet to hear it straight out of her, it's like talking to a different person. I don't bring this up, however, because perhaps she's just having a bad day or a tiff with her husband. After the incident the other day at their party, well, I don't like to gossip, but it won't be surprising. Anyone can say the strangest things when in a bad mood. Ominous audio says, "Alright fam, I'm out for the night. Take it easy, dude." Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. I might, depending on like if this is the end of Zach's chapter, we'll leave it at that, but like we'll see. I'm gonna leave it on a nice cliffhanger. Still, and all.
You ain't supposed to be here, Miss Wright.
Why ever not? Isn't it comfortable here?
Well, it is, kind of. But you're still not supposed to be on this side of the cell. Besides, it's too early. Or too late for a visit. This is beyond the scheduled hours.
Oh, I'm sure Chief Inspector Lee wouldn't mind a little chat between friends.
Oh shit, yeah, that's true, Officer Lee, man. That's why they got the connections with that dude.
Besides, his prison officers just snoring in the break room.
She brushes off a lock of her hair from her shoulders, stands up, and meanders around the length of cell, for whatever space it would allow. As if this is just a simple stroll in the park, making a show of checking every scratch on the past occupants of the room is left on its walls. Nevertheless, I try to make myself small against the corner. Any closer, and we'll be crossing each other's personal spaces. Oh, so is she in this? Oh, hold up, what? Frankly, that's more than I'm comfortable with.
Be that as it may, they have cameras here too. How are you going to explain that when they check?
That doesn't matter, dear.
It does. Your popularity ain't gonna give you any kind of immunity from the law. I appreciate the visit, but I'd rather not see you get into trouble.
It makes her stop. But just as I'm starting to think I've finally reasoned with her.
You don't want to get out of here.
Of course I do, but you don't have to do anything. It's my fault. I'll find a way out of this mess.
Yeah, she kind of annoys. I'm just saying.
You did bring it to yourself.
This really is just a misunderstanding, Hana. I didn't mean to trespass. If you'll just listen to the whole story, you'll know I didn't mean to do it.
I'm really disappointed in you.
Jesus. I look straight at her. At the sudden change of her tone, checking for any signals if I've upset her with what I did. Of course she would be. She has every right to. After all that talk, the little attempts to build a friendship. Here I went and broke into another person's house. Her home. On so many levels, beyond any kind of friendship, it's still wrong. Her anger doesn't come as I'm expecting to, however. Instead, she smiles. Yo, what? A horrid little smile I didn't think I'd ever see from her.
Breaking into our home, disturbing my love in his sleep. You've upset my Prince Zack. You've really upset him.
Jesus.
Hana?
Panic swells in me, ripping up my spine. Irrational, I know. You shouldn't feel this way about anyone, you know. But here am I, backing away, trying to keep an ample distance between the two of us. I'm afraid, wholly afraid of her. This ain't Hana. The bars rattle as soon as my shoulders hit it. A hindrance, not to freedom, but to safety.
Has anyone ever told you how beautiful those eyes of yours are?
Jesus Christ. No, Zack, I feel like Zack's gonna die, man.
Nana? Occasionally my sister. Hana? You alright?
Yo, I wonder what she's gonna do with him locked up in the cell. She laughs. A deranged little thing coming from her. There's no cheer in it. No warmth. Only spite.
Makes me want to take them home, wrap them in those pretty ribbons I have in my vanity. I'm pretty sure my prince would love it, don't you think, Zachary? A little gift from me.
Stay away from me!
She moves, in short, sudden bone-crunching twitches that are too painful for me to watch. I want to look away, but I can't. I'm screaming for help before I know it, jolting the bars with as much force as I could.
Somebody, get me out of here! Anyone, please!
Bugger off! Some people are trying to get some sleep here!
No! She's here! You've got to let me out! She's gonna kill me!
Jesus.
Someone! She's...
Oh, you poor thing. Don't you worry. You won't even feel the pain.
Bruh. Yo. I've unlocked a memory fragment. Yo, this is fucked up. Okay, so this is like every single memory fragment you unlock shows a little bit of the past of what happened. So it looks like the masters of the Ermengarde Mansion were doing very bad things to this girl, and that looks like the ghost girl, to be honest with you. Bruh. Oh, so I'm playing as Marianne. Okay, cool. So, guys, to be honest with you. Hold on a minute. Hold up 1 second. I'm not really happy with Zach dying, to be honest with you. Though I'm curious as to, like, you know what? I gotta own it. I gotta own it. But yeah, I'm thinking I might just, I might leave it off at here, to be honest with you guys. I might see the other ending. It might just be the same thing that'll happen, but yeah. I'm thinking of leaving it at that. But what do you think, guys? I think I might just like finish up for the night, cause but you know what? There's still 7 people in here and shit. But yeah. Follow your heart, Tinkly Horror says. Yeah, you know what? It's not that I'm not following my heart, but I'm following my stomach. I'm kind of hungry and shit, so I might grab a bite and chill out, you know. But yeah, I'm thinking of leaving it at here, guys. So yeah, you know what? I think it'll be a good time to leave it at that. So you know what? We gonna do this. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill out. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. It's been such a pleasure, you know, to enjoy this experience with you guys, and we'll see what happens. Probably in my off time, I'm gonna see what that other diverging path creates. I'm gonna see if I can get Zach to survive. I have a feeling that he's probably gonna die anyways, because this is a Final Destination kind of story. But you know what? I'm excited. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate all of you guys, the love and support. You know, yeah, it's been a great time, and you know, I just got a lot of things going on in my mind and shit like that. So it was nice to kind of like get a little bit of a distraction and hang out with you guys, hang out with my horror fam and stuff like that. So yeah, keep in touch, man. Like, for all of you guys, all my homies and shit, we'll keep in touch soon. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all have a good night or good day wherever you are in the world, and always remember, when all goes wrong in the night and everything's the matter, you'll be sure to hear of it from the Mad Chatter. Signing out.